What's up, guys? It's your boy Souls here, and welcome back to Geometry to the Dizzle Dash. You already know. Now, some of you may recall 3 weeks ago I made a new ending for Fingerdash, and so I'm kind of bringing that back, but with Geometrical Dominator. More specifically, if you read the title, of course, is the rainbow part. Now, this right here is going to be quite challenging. Why? Because I never used the rainbow blocks. Matter of fact, I don't think anybody really uses them that much. But today we finna use the heck out of them. So without further ado, let's turn this into something new. What I'm gonna do first is I'm actually gonna use a trigger that I rarely use. That being the follow trigger. I should have been using follow player Y, have them all. I am so stupid. Alright, here's a quick little tutorial. First, you put an object down that's going to have an object referencing the following player's x-axis. For me, I use a circle, and you put this for as long as you want to. After that, put down the object that you want to follow the player's y-axis, and then put it into a separate group while keeping it in the same following x group. Put a follow player Y trigger for each item that will follow. Don't forget to put a move time so your objects don't just stay stationary. And just like that, that's how you use the follow Y trigger. Tutorial over. Hey, I did it. That's exactly what I wanted to. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly but surely make these cycle through the colors kind of fast. Well, not really kind of fast, but you'll see what I mean. So we need color, what color are you again? Color 112. Start off as like a red. I actually want to get the exact value so I can cycle through it. So I'm gonna copy the value of 112, edit, paste, and not blending. I do not want this blending, or that will kind of defeat the purpose of the effect. And we'll make it change color every 0.25 seconds. And now we're gonna slowly change it towards this direction. Now this trail should be changing colors throughout the entire time. Okay, now that we have the faster version, now comes the sucky part. Luckily I know how to do it, but it just takes a while. So I'm going to need to put spawn triggers on top of all of these. Actually, you know what? I think effect lines, my effect lines are broken. Alright, so anyway, now that we have this, I'm gonna go ahead and make all of the color triggers spawn triggered and multi-triggered. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put all of these in their each individual group along with the spawn trigger corresponding with it. Alright, now that they're all in their own groups, now I need to make the spawn triggers on top also spawn triggered and multi-triggered, but the ones on top of the color triggers, I'm going to delay them by 0.10 seconds, just like the corresponding color triggers on the bottom. That way there's no mess ups or mishaps with the color changing. And this spawn right here, it doesn't really matter. It just doesn't need to be spawn triggered or multi-triggered. So I'm just going to take group 127 and just make it spawn. Okay, and now in theory, this should be continuously changing colors throughout the entirety of the part. So let's test it. And just like that, cool. Alright, now that we have the effect for the trail done, it is now time to finally work on this rainbow part. Like decoration wise, and not just on the player, because that effect alone took like 10 minutes. No, actually no, that effect alone took 30 minutes, never mind. So I'm actually going to start off with some foreground and background stuff, and it's actually going to be, it's simple, but I'm going to make it look cool. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need some half circles like you. And I think some of you might already see where I'm going with this, but just in case you don't, I am going to have this in group 142, and I'm going to have this scaled up, and I'm just going to make like a little bit of a cloud foreground. Oh, and since it's a foreground, I'm going to need this on like T2. We're going to put this on T2, and then we're going to put these clouds that the monsters are in like T3, but that'll be in a later part. And since this is going to be following the player's X, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill in the bottom. Okay, so before you even think about making two of them, let's go ahead and make the layering on this correct. So all of these are going to be in group 142 on Z layer 10 on T2. And this is, I'm going to make it rise, so I'm going to make the transition smooth. so. I'm gonna make 142 go up. Let's see. And also I gotta make it don't fade, don't enter as well, so it's also smooth. Gonna move it to the side. But I gotta make 142 follow the player's X, like so, for 20 seconds. And then after that, we're gonna get a second move trigger. We're gonna move it up to, let's try 90 first. Let's try 90. That might, actually no, 90 might be a little bit much. Let's try 60 first. Actually, I kind of want that a little bit higher. Let's put that a little higher. Let's try 80. Okay. And now to make the cloud more dynamic and not just standing still, I'm going to now make the move time on this 20. Make no easing, 0 on the Y. And then we're going to make somewhat of a custom background type of movement. And we're going to make this go back. Let's try 300 first. I want to try 300 to see how fast the clouds move. I kind of want them moving a slightly faster. Well, not slightly faster, a little bit more. Okay. Cool. Now let's kind of decorate the cloud a little bit by giving it a little bit of texturing. So I want to try this. Don't want it as a separate color. Nah, I'm just going to leave the same color and slightly lower the brightness of it. And then I'm gonna copy the values of that, paste the state, and have it 1 on top. And just for organization purposes, we're gonna put this in a different layer. But that way the clouds have a little bit of oomph with them. Fade, what I do for my fade is I use a glow piece like this. Then I make it that color, and then I put it on top. Let's see if fading this makes it work better. Honestly, it kind of does. All right, so as you can see, as the clouds being like this, just stationary and going across the screen, that can get pretty boring pretty quickly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna make this go up and down. All right, I think sign in, sign out is the way to go on that. So now that we have our movement for the cloud, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this down and we're gonna spawn loop it. Yes, sir. Alright, the clouds are moving up and down. Awesome. So with this next part, I am just going to skip right through because both the parts that I started decorating right here, I didn't really like. I like the idea of it, such as the light rays I'm putting down, and even this colorful background I was putting on the rainbow road, but I really didn't keep them in the level. So we're just going to move on to something that I did keep, that being the custom rainbow saws. And ooh, you can taste the rainbow with these ones, baby. I can tell. Oh my. That looks cool. Come on, you guys can't tell me that you guys don't like this. Come on. And then we'll give it a custom rotation so all of them actually rotate uniformly. All right, now it's time to add some 2.1 to this. Now, I need the rainfall block. Not rainfall, waterfall. I'm gonna need a nice blue color out of you. We'll put this below the block. We'll put this below stuff. Yeah, we'll put this below stuff. Right now, all I'm doing is trying to add stuff to it to make the waterfall a little bit more waterfall-y. Oh, I should have put this in a different layer. I am stupid. All right, now let's work on the arrows. Should I use color 112 for the arrow? I think I am. And then for the outline, we are going to use this. We're going to keep it white. Copy the color 12, once again, 112. And lower opacity, and then we'll scale this up and rotate it while also changing the hue. I might not be saying anything, but y'all cannot tell me that y'all ain't tasting the Skittle sweetness of this level right now. I got cavities, man. All right, let me stop. I'm having way too much fun with this voiceover. All right, we can do a small little Rob Top effect again. So I'm going to get some color blocks. And I did this in my I did this in my Jump Dash world building series where I did the Rob Top effect by doing this. I might make this a just straight up blending of that color. And then I need these to be in their own groups. Then we'll move these up 147, move it up 90, kind of fast. And we'll do the same thing with the other ones. We're actually not gonna have the spikes on here invisible. Instead, we are going. Should I make them rainbow spikes? I might make these rainbow spikes. I'm not gonna lie. The more and more I play the level, the more and more I don't like these rays here. So I am going to unfortunately delete them. Guys, listen. I too like the idea, but I kept playing with them and I just didn't like them anymore. So now we're actually gonna put a little bit more obstacles in the way, because I've always felt like this part is obviously a rainbow area, but it felt kind of empty-ish. Like, I know there's not much in the sky, but I just felt like RobTop could have added a little bit more structuring here. So that's what I'm finna do. I'm finna add some more structuring to this part. And if I want to cover up the structuring, all I have to do is put my clouds. Might as well embrace the invisible blocks. It's not like they were bad. It was just, yeah, they weren't bad. I'm just gonna add them. All right, we're gonna get a little bit fancy now. We're gonna get a little bit fancy, a little fancy. I'm actually gonna bring back the front line effect somewhat, but I'm gonna put it by using the arrows. So I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna put this in a different layer to make it easier to select stuff. And then we're slowly but surely gonna change the hue. Yeah, we'll do it by 5 this time. That looks cool too as an arrow. All I gotta do is shrink this down. Because as an arrow, this looks really cool. Now, there's one major thing that I've been saving for the end of the video, so you guys who have been staying till the end can enjoy it the most, is I'm actually gonna make a large sun. But it's not gonna be any type of sun. Allow me to demonstrate. So before I can do that, I'm going to need to make a nice... Will this be a good large circle if I just scale this up? I sure hope so. Is this going to be big enough? I'm not sure. Hold on. I think it might, since it's going to be all the way in the background. So I'm going to put this at B4 -10. And we're going to slightly scale it down because I do want outline around this. Sort of. So I'm going to need a nice yellow color here. So, oh yeah, get a nice little bright-ish yellow. And now I'm going to need the outlines for this. I wanted to try these at first, but I'm not sure if this would work. Like, even if I copy-pasted it and made even if I made a perfect circle out of these, I'm not sure if it'll work the way I thought it would. Actually, hold on. This actually worked out a lot better than expected. Huh. That worked out a lot better than I expected. You were making a regular level and that you wanted a sun, there you go. I made it on complete accident. But this is not all I want to do, so I'm going to put this in a different layer, make this group 170, and then I'm going to make 170, have a center group of 171. And now what I want to do is to make this sun have a little bit of personality, aka I'm just gonna put RobTop's face in the sun, not the real RobTop, but his cube. Now we're gonna put the sun into the ground and move 173 up. Okay, pretty simple. All right, it's not doing anything right now. Obviously, that's because I need to give it some spinny roonies. So we need to get the rotate trigger 170, 171. And we'll make it rotate 360 degrees. And now I'm gonna make his face move a bit. So let's see, 172. We're gonna make it like bop a little bit. Let's try -4 first. Look at that. That's a nice fun sun. And now for the piece de resistance to give it a little bit more personality is I need all of these to be in a different rotation group. Since all of these are on 126, I'm also going to have this right here to rotate on as an axis. And then we are going to make this 177 and 173 so it follows the sun. 176 around 177. Oh, I never rotated it. I'm stupid. All right, -35. Sure. Hey, that's kind of cool. And then we'll make him like bop his head to this, like that, right? I actually want this to happen kind of fast. Cause he's doing his head like this. Okay, Looping this should not take long. It's just tedious. The sun looks so happy. Hold on. He looks so cool. Look at this. Hey, 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 hey. Yo, that's so cool. After I made his head bop around a little bit, I just moved him from left to right on the screen, and that's pretty much the end of the video, because off screen, all I do is add a little bit of extra structuring and a couple of extra clouds, but other than that, that's a wrap. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to end the video right here. Thank you all so much for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like. Not sure why I rambled on for so long, but thank you all so much for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more, and this has been your boy Souls, and I will see you guys next time. Later.